Love Beneath the Ashes. Scene 1. Entering the village. A lone soldier, face grim, walks through the tall grasses into a silent village. Distant gunfire and explosions echo his weariness. Each step is heavy, each breath a sigh. The sun beats down, turning the world to shades of burnt umber. He walks past weathered houses, their windows vacant sockets staring into the lifeless street. He's here to deliver supplies, yes, but also to search for someone new, someone to replace the ones lost. He scans the unfamiliar faces, searching for any sign of life, of hope. All he sees is fear. A small girl with hair like spun gold skips down the road, humming a tuneless song. She stops abruptly, sensing his loneliness. For a moment, their eyes meet and she smiles. It's a smile untouched by the war, unsullied by loss. Then she turns and skips away. He watches her go, a single tear tracing a path down his dust-covered cheek. As twilight paints the sky in hues of lavender and rose, he sits by a crumbling fountain, its waters long dried up. In the stillness, he hears the echo of laughter, the ghost of children playing. He closes his eyes, trying to hold on to the memory, to the feeling. An old woman approaches cautiously, her gnarled hands clasped in front of her. She, too, is weary, etched with the passage of years and loss. He offers her a water canteen. She takes it, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. And then, as if summoned by her unspoken thoughts, the girl with hair like gold returns. She takes the canteen from the woman and hands it back to him, her eyes shining with kindness. He understands then this mission, this journey. It's not just about fulfilling orders. There's something more here, something pure, something worth fighting for. He will stay here, not just as a soldier, but as a man ready to love again. Maybe she can help him find his way back to the light. But love amidst the ruins is a fragile thing. Can their budding connection survive the horrors that surround them? Or will the darkness consume them all? Scene 2. First encounter. The next morning, the sun spills over the horizon, casting long shadows across the village square. He finds her there, kneeling beside a patch of flowers pushing through the cracks in the pavement. A single red poppy blooms defiantly, mirroring the courage in her gentle eyes. She waters the flowers, whispering words of comfort to the wilting petals. He watches her from afar, his heart pounding in his chest. When she looks up, their eyes meet and time seems to stand still. Her smile reaches out to him like a lifeline thrown across a stormy sea. In that instant, the weight of his weariness lifts slightly. He sees not just a beautiful girl, but a symbol of life, hope, a reminder of why he fights. As if drawn by an invisible force, he steps closer. She doesn't seem afraid, which surprises him. Most people recoil at the sight of his uniform, but she just looks at him curiously. He kneels beside her, and for a while they work in companionable silence. When she finally speaks, her voice is like the chime of a distant bell, sweet and clear. She asks him about the war, about the world beyond their village, her eyes wide with innocent curiosity. He hesitates, unsure how much to share. But as he looks into her questioning eyes, he feels a long-buried emotion stir within him. Hope. He tells her stories of rolling hills and sparkling seas, of children laughing and lovers meeting. With each word, the walls around her heart crumble a little more, revealing the vibrant spirit that lies within. As the sun begins its slow descent, they say their goodbyes. But something has shifted between them. They've found a connection, a shared humanity in the midst of chaos. For him, it's more than that. This chance encounter has awakened something deep within him, a longing for peace, for a life beyond the battlefield. Scene 3. Bond growing. Their paths cross often in the following weeks. Stolen glances, shy smiles, hidden notes passed between sacks of grain. A bond grows, nurtured by stolen moments behind stacked firewood, where their breaths mingle in the dark and secrets are whispered. His heart beats a tattoo against his ribs, a counterpoint to the distant gunfire. One day, he brings her a book, its pages filled with tales of faraway lands. They sit together beneath a withered oak tree, sharing the stories, finding solace in the printed words. The tree's gnarled branches, silent witnesses to the passage of time, reach out to the sky, mirroring the yearning in their hearts. Each meeting is a treasure, each touch a revelation. He discovers a strength in her quiet resilience, a wisdom that belies her years. Fear is always present, the fear of discovery, of separation. But in each other's arms, they find a haven, a sanctuary from the storm. Yet the shadow of his duty lingers. He can't stay here forever. He's a soldier, after all, bound by duty and honor. But as he sits beside her one evening, watching the last rays of sunlight paint the sky in hues of orange and purple, he knows he doesn't want to leave. But how can he stay when his world is one of constant movement, of fleeting moments? The melody of crickets joins the symphony of the evening, a melancholic tune that echoes the unspoken question in his heart. Will he stay or will he go? Scene 4. Challenges and Division. One evening, as they steal a precious moment together in the fading light, the carefree atmosphere is shattered. A gruff voice cuts through the air, pulling him from his stolen happiness. It's one of his fellow soldiers, a man he's known for years, his face creased with suspicion and accusation. The news spreads like wildfire, carried on the wind, rustling through the dry leaves, reaching the ears of those who would seek to divide them. Command calls him into the dusty headquarters tent, his face impassive, his voice leaving no room for argument. He knows there's a danger in sentimentality, but he can't bring himself to stay away. Later, standing by the crumbling remains of a wall, he meets the girl's gaze. Understanding passes between them. They know that love born in the crucible of war is a fragile thing. Her family is against the idea of her loving a man from a foreign country. Her father, a stoic figure carved from the same stone as the ruined buildings, refuses to accept him. Her mother, her eyes filled with a lifetime of sorrows, weeps silent tears. Days turn into weeks, hope withering like a flower denied sunlight. He carries out his duties, his heart heavy with unspoken words. He's torn between his duty, his honor, his loyalty to his country, and his growing love for her. But in the dead of night, when the moon is a silver sickle in the inky sky, he finds solace in her arms. Final scene. Goodbye or destiny, one last night. Under the cloak of darkness, he slips out of his makeshift camp, his boots making no sound on the soft earth. He walks towards the familiar fountain, its dry basin reflecting the light of the solitary moon. There she is, waiting for him. Her hair, a golden halo in the moonlight, her eyes shining with unshed tears. He kneels before her, reaching for the pendant he's brought with him, a simple silver circle. He places it around her neck, his fingers lingering on her skin. They speak in hushed tones, their words carried away by the night wind, their laughter and tears mingling in the darkness. He promises to return, but even as he says the words, he knows they might be parting ways forever. As the first hint of dawn touches the horizon, he must leave. The fire of their love burns brightly, but the winds of war threaten to extinguish it. With a final kiss, he departs, disappearing into the gray light of early morning. She stands there, the pendant warm against her chest, a silent promise of love under a sky filled with ashes and hope. Ending quote. In war, some fall, and others rise from the rubble.